Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. I just wanted to put a quick video out this morning about the upcoming The Grave and the Grim DLC that's been announced. Well, sort of, it was more leaked than announced. But, so what you're seeing in the background right now are just a couple of images of stuff that's on the official blog. As keeping with my current tradition, I'm not going to be showing any leaked stuff until CA officially releases it, just out of respect for CA. Though, if you were to search a certain, if you go onto Reddit, you can kind of find some stuff. If you want to look it up yourself, I won't be showing it personally. So this DLC, as I suspected, though you probably wouldn't know this unless you showed up on stream recently, is based on the Sigmar's Blood DLC. Or Sigmar's Blood campaign book. That's what the DLC is based on. Which includes 18 regiments of renown, 9 for the vampire counts, 9 for the Empire. The ones you're seeing in the background right now are the 9 Empire units will be showing up throughout the course of this video. But I just wanted to talk about a couple things. First and foremost, today, later tonight, the lore video for the Sigmar's Blood campaign, including the Regiments of Renown, should be coming out. It might come out tomorrow, but it's probably going to come out tonight. That being said, it's going to be released early for patrons, for my Patreon. So those guys are going to get access to it probably tonight, and then it'll probably be available for everyone else like on Friday, probably. Stuff like that. So if you want to see lore videos early, you might consider going over to my Patreon and checking it out. But I thought I would talk for a few minutes about the DLC, and some of the things we know about it, without getting like too into detail, just because I want CA to think well of me. So first of all, Regiments of Renown. So one thing that they've announced already, and there's a blog that's been up, and there's probably about to be a lot more information because this week they're announcing everything, is that the Regiments of Renown are basically the closest thing we're probably going to get to mercenary units. They are elite units that you'll be able to hire under specific circumstances that will basically be a reskin, to an extent, of units that already exist in the game, but they will also have special abilities. The only examples that they've given so far are for these guys in the back, which are I think they're the Royal Reichwald Griffites or something like that. And the Hammer of the Witches, which is a cannon that has magical attacks, if I remember right. But all these Regiments of Renown are based on actual units from the Sigmar's Blood campaign pack, which, if you haven't seen it, I have done a playthrough of the Sigmar's Blood campaign on my YouTube channel, and I'm about as the Empire, and I was fighting against Izzy, who played the vampire counts. If you'd like to go check that out, that's up, and those are fun little bat reps. It's a pretty short campaign. It's only 4 fights. And 3 of them are like, 3 of them feel a lot more like skirmishes. Only the last one actually feels like a legitimate, regular-sized Warhammer battle. I think the last fight was about 2,500 points. For those of you who are know how the point system works for Warhammer, and the rest are definitely small skirmishes. That being said, there's also quite a few new units coming to the table. You got your 2. There are 3 new legendary lords coming. Obviously, 2 are for the DLC campaign pack, and then the free LC, as you see from a letter that CA put up on their Twitter, I believe it was, maybe their Facebook, is none other than Vlad von Karstein himself. I don't know how they're bringing him back. I don't know what the lore justification is. No, it is not canon in 8th edition for Vlad to be alive. Before anybody asks, Vlad von Karstein was super dead the entire way through 8th edition and did not come back until the end times. That being said, Sigmar's Blood is technically an end times book. It is not an 8th edition book. It is an end times book. It is the prequel to book 1 of the end times. It sets up Nagash. So we're kind of in this funny position where where CA has decided to go ahead and use something that's basically end times, which a lot of us, I don't really find it that worrying because I don't think we're going to see the end times. But I actually find this to be really exciting because it seems like they're willing to bring in stories and fights and campaigns and units that featured in the end times, including Regiments of Renown. Which, if you're not familiar with a lot of people when they hear the end times are just like, oh, that's that thing that sucked that killed Warhammer. Which, yeah, that's a fair statement. But what is important to note about the end times, one of the exciting things that it did, is that the end times gave every single army in Warhammer Fantasy Regiments of Renown, as they're called now. Every single book includes a myriad of units for all 16 races in the game, or 15 races in the game, and gives nice small little paragraphs for all of them. There's not a ton of lore about them. Like, I'm going to do a full video on Sigmar's Blood. Now, I'm going to detail the campaign, I'm going to tell the story, and I'm going to talk about the 18 Regiments of Renown, and I'm going to talk about, I think, the 7, legendary heroes and stuff that you get, or like named characters. They're like special characters, but they're really bad. Basically, I'll do a little story on them, and with all of that, I'm honestly gonna be really surprised if Sigmar's Blood makes it over like 20 minutes. Like, it's really short, and a lot of these Regiments of Renown literally have a paragraph. If it's a really special unit, they might get like 3 paragraphs, but that's it. That's max. The only really lengthy stuff is like on Volkmar the Grim, who we know for a fact is leading the Empire faction, and there's still, I know who's leading the Vampire Count faction, but it hasn't been officially announced. So if you want to know that before the official announcement, you're gonna have to go look it up yourself. I'm sorry, So, in a lot of ways, this DLC is really promising. It's really exciting. From what I saw, it's coming out pretty soon. I think in like a little over a week. So we're gonna get just like lots of information this week, and then it's gonna drop. But to me, what's the most exciting is the price, which is we're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's it. I think we're getting 7 completely new units and 3 new legendary lords for less than $10, which I think is a phenomenal value. That being said, the price might change. Since it hasn't been officially announced, so if it comes out and it's like $15, don't quote me on that and be upset. Like, that's what I heard. I didn't even see the price. That's what I heard, because there was a video out. If that's the case, if it's less than $10, I think this DLC is going to be like the best DLC for Total War Warhammer thus far. Beastman was good. I'm probably going to make a video tomorrow. Or I'll probably release it tomorrow. I might make it today, just because there's a lot of videos I need to do, about my full thoughts on the Beastman DLC, which is a bit of a long-winded thing about, overall positive marks on it, but we'll talk more in depth about that. But focusing more on Sigmar's Blood, I think CA focusing on like rivalries between 2 factions, and because when I heard they were going to do Lord packs, I had assumed it was going to be like you would get 2 lords from whatever faction they're focusing on, and that was it. And they might come with like 1 or 2 units. With this, we're getting about 3 units. We're getting like about 3 new units per faction, plus a new lord option, plus a new legendary lord per faction, and it's 2 factions. So you've got these versus dynamics, which I think are really cool. And of course, being who I am, I'm already excited about like the future DLC while we've got new DLC literally about to drop. And I'm so excited for when Wurzag comes out, because he is most certainly going to feature in a Dwarves versus Greenskins DLC, which I am so hyped for that, because I love my dwarves. I love my dwarves. But that's the gist of everything. I just wanted to let y'all know that I'm going to be putting out a lot of stuff on this. And I'm suspecting my channel is going to be one of the few places you can actually get all of the Sigmar's Blood lore, because I bet a lot of the people who do a lot of lore channels don't have that book. But I don't know, we'll see. I'm super excited though. The Regiments of Renown that they've released so far look great. The things that I've seen that have technically leaked look amazing, and I think I think people are going to be really satisfied with this DLC. I think CA is going to earn major props from this. I mean, as long as everything's working good. For all I know, they could release it and it's buggy as hell. I hope that's not the case. You know, Beastman was very not bumpy for me, so I'm expecting the same here. But anyway, that's pretty much it. So there's some stuff coming. We'll be talking about the Beastman DLC finally, because I just wanted to play it as much as I could and play some other factions and then come back with my opinion once I had done so. That way it can be a nice educated opinion and not just a knee-jerk reaction. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I will be around. I hope you consider, one thing I would highly recommend just right here at the end of the video is please consider dropping by my Twitch channel at www.twitch.tv/Loremaster of Sotek. And the reason being is I'm going to start doing daytime streams, and if you follow me on Twitch and tell it to notify you when I come online, you can come on and hang out and ask me questions and do whatever. We're probably going to do a Q&A on Twitch here pretty soon. But I'm trying to get onto a daily streaming schedule where I can fit it. So we'll just see how things go. But I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'll be seeing many of you tonight on stream, most likely. And in any event, I hope you have a wonderful week. Thank you, and I will see you all soon. Bye.